Oh boy, everybody! Hi, welcome to the Laser Time stream.
What am I doing here?
Get dangerous.
What are you doing here?
What a weird stream.
Oh my God! Whoa, that's very loud in our ears. Hey everybody!
Hi.
Welcome to the Laser Time stream. I'm your host Andy Gilbert. Now I'm here as a special guest, but really a special guest for old Brett here.
I'm here as walking a weird line right now, but let's see how this goes.
Well, we have a little video about Tailspin going up, and part of the what?
We don't have. You got your computer there, dog?
Oh yes, I'll go get that.
Well, I really do like this collection. If you know me, you know why. I love these cartoons. These games are some of the few games of the era to live up to the worth of their TV counterparts.
Yeah.
Just a watershed moment in animation and licensed games. These are all really good, but however, everybody knows DuckTales. Everybody knows Rescue Rangers. Tailspin, not a lot of people have played. Darkwing Duck, that's 92. That's a year after the Super Nintendo was out. A little late for an NES game. And DuckTales 2 and Chippendales 2.
Really late in the game.
But really good. Like, I'm happy that people can finally know these classic games had sequels, and you can play them for the first time officially. But I wanted to focus today on Darkwing Duck. Because in going back and making these little Disney retrospectives, Darkwing Duck as a cartoon holds up very, very well.
It's the best of the Disney Afternoon for sure.
Was he the first created for Disney Afternoon?
Yeah, he's an original character created for the Disney Afternoon. The Gummy Bears were,
and they made up characters for Goof Troop to the Goof Troop family, but
this predates Goof Troop though.
I am the terror that flaps in the night. It's Jim Cummings, the voice of Darkwing Duck. Many other. I love all this. Look how cool this is. I mean, it's not fair to say, but I always trump it. If this game had come out 3 or 4 years earlier, it would be in like every NES top 10.
I think list. Just 2 years earlier would have made a big difference. And I mean, this graphic is great.
Yeah,
this looks
it's one of the biggest sprites ever.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, it's built off the guts of Mega Man 5, I believe.
Yeah, it's a partially modified version of the Mega Man engine. It messes around with separate, like, different weapons, not unlike Mega Man.
Yeah, not you get like different gadget guns and goofy things like that.
But you can only hold one separate weapon at a time. It was really weird trying to like make stuff through the eyes of like someone who have to approve something at Disney. It's like, is this a gun or is it not? And it is.
Right.
It's officially a gun. Hi everybody, can you see us?
Hey. No, Laser Time didn't buy Phantom. I'm just taking the day off today to record a video. You'll see a lot of video. I'm recording a lot of things today, but
I'm over Launchpad. I just want to show people.
Oh yeah, we got the Launchpad graphic.
There he is.
Yeah,
right there.
But this does not take place in the DuckTales timeline, everybody.
Yeah, according to Tad Stones, which who knows, maybe he'll be on an episode of Laser Time soon. And yes, this is all a good way to say goodbye to Brett Elston as he leaves the Laser Time studios in shame with a loss.
Yeah, I did leave as the loser of the Mario 3 race, but it's because it's a children's game. I operate at a higher level, and when you make me play these children's games, it's too difficult to wrap my head around how simple these things are.
Well, this is exactly Mega Man.
A little bit, but
frankly, man is looking forward to seeing your MLG skills.
Well, I don't necessarily need them, thanks to again, every retro game should have this from here on out. But the rewind button.
People are happy to see me, but also shocked at this news, Brett. I think some people didn't listen to Bonus Time. They didn't know.
Yeah, it was mostly, we talked about it in Bonus Time, but Aimbot Master, is this a prequel to Disney's PK Out of the Shadows?
Can Mega Man do this, man?
PK Out of the Shadows is Donald Duck, right?
Oh, yes.
Meanwhile, PK, sorry, who said this here? It has been a while since I've had to watch a Twitch stream thing. Somebody says here, Getter404 says that it's an unpopular opinion that the best Disney Afternoon is Gargoyles, but I watched that in the morning. I did not. It was not really an afternoon show.
Yeah,
Gargoyles.
I don't know if that. It is part of some of the artwork I've seen for the Disney Afternoon brand.
It was on mine, at least where I was. It was in the afternoon.
It was a morning show.
Darkwing Duck is really, really smart, and before the world had really caught on to superheroes being the biggest thing in the universe. See, look
are you trying to hit him?
No, you can't get him to move until you. I missed him.
See. Let's just jump over.
But we got that rewind ability.
Exactly. It's really cool.
Beautiful rewind there.
Oh, yeah.
More Disney Afternoon Collection says Ambassador. We got to see Darkwing Duck. He's the best.
It's just,
the cartoon is the best. I love that cartoon.
It's so well animated. All the characters are so well designed, and the writing is very, very strong. And hello. See,
just like that. Kids in the 80s, you couldn't do that.
Love it. I love his hit animation. It's really fun. And it's evocative of the show, which is like very action oriented. Like there are action moments in Rescue Rangers, and DuckTales, but like that's all.
But he is like every episode was like a villain of the week thing, or villain of the day.
Check this out.
You've got your own deflecting cape.
I can block. Can Mega Man do that? I don't think so.
The Hurley boy says, anyone else have a crush on Gidget? I guess they mean when they were a kid, not now.
No, now.
Wait, Gadget the mouse? Or okay. Yeah, definitely.
Gadget the mouse. Gadget, just gorgeous. And I was rewatching the Rescue Rangers pilot, and from the moment the Chip and Dale meet them, their mouth is agape, and they are behaving exactly like you do.
John Hummel says his only issue with Gargoyles was how much bad hentai there is out there of it.
You are going to hate Sonic.
That's not Gargoyles.
Check this out. Duck Shot!
Any love for Gummy Bears? Gummy Bears is fine, yeah.
For sure. I love the theme song. That's about it.
Well, you know, Gargoyles... The creators of Gargoyles were very clear of like, we were inspired by Gummy Bears. We worked on Gummy Bears, so we wanted to create a series about color-coded mystical creatures who hide from things.
Yeah,
it is very similar.
Because Gummy Bears isn't it's not part of the Disney Afternoon because it was on Saturday morning, so they made they made like 13 episodes a year rather than 60 up front.
So that's Crackerjack there, correct?
Jack.
But his sidekick actually doesn't do anything in the show.
In the new comic, it's like this like totem who speaks to him. It's pretty hilarious.
Oh, that's neat.
And again, the Darkwing Duck comic, if you haven't heard me say it a billion times, is really, really good.
So, Bert, we've had several questions here, a lot from Frankly Man, wondering, if you are leaving Laser Time, what does this mean for the future of 30-2010 or VG Empire? Do you have any comments on that, sir?
Well, I mean, VG Empire was going before, well, not before, but during the entire time I was at Capcom. So, like, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't continue doing that in some capacity.
I'm quitting VG Empire.
But VG Empire, you know, has been kind of you do it when the time is...
Yeah, I tried to keep it every 2 weeks, but I mean, there were periods even in 2012 and 2013 where it just wouldn't happen for a month or whatever, but... that'll ideally stay the same. 30-2010, we were trying to figure out exactly what to do, but we record in advance for a lot of these things, so like I'll still be in recordings for a few more episodes, so I won't be disappearing immediately, and then that gives everybody time to figure out what to do. But like the show was great, and I'm sure
I love that show. I missed when I could no longer do it.
And I just encourage everyone. The show will continue to be great as long as you continue your support for the show despite Elston's absence.
Patreon is still important to Dave and Chris.
Still people here. Baby. Still people, I don't know, ruined by taxes who still need your support here.
Why does Darkwing Duck look like a pirate pimp version of Rick James? Wow, that's a good one.
Well, his design, and that's what I love about the origins of Darkwing Duck, because it's just Disney lore at its finest. That an executive liked an episode title of DuckTales called 00 Duck. He's like, that sounds rad. Let's get a spy show with a duck. And but his design is based almost exactly off of the Shadow.
Oh yeah, wow.
And
I mean, yeah, it's more the Shadow than like a Marvel or DC hero.
And
well, especially his whole monologue is the Shadow's monologue.
Yeah.
Like, there's no two ways about it.
So if you that's right.
Dangerous banana peels.
They don't hurt you, but they cause you to take a hit.
His fall damage is exactly
so funny.
Mega Man's. But I love it too. Just his jump with his cape.
He has a funny sprite hit. But it was supposed Darkwing Duck originated as 00 Duck, a vehicle for Launchpad, as a James Bond character. They were quickly informed at Disney, somebody else owns the rights to the 00 anything.
Right.
So you can get away with an episode title in DuckTales, but not a show called
You can't brand a show that.
And this game is great evidence of that lore. And again, I don't know if this is all true. That early in the early episodes and this game prioritize the James Bond-esque characters. The last boss is Steelbeak.
Well, because Darkwing is... It's more him fighting supervillains, but from time to time he will fight spies.
Yeah.
He
worked for an organization called FOUL, an anti-spy British organization. Eventually, well, I mean, for me, when the dust settles, what you remember about Darkwing Duck is that it's Batman. It's just this awesome gallery of villains, Bushroot, Megavolt, Liquidator, And Negaduck.
Yeah.
Careful with that one.
I'm trying.
Worth Nintendo says, down-sounding Chris makes me sad. I want to give him a hug. And Frankly Man says, 30-20-10 is a close second to the best Laser Time podcast. After talking Simpsons, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, boy. They got to mean Cheap Podcast. An exclusive. I have no idea how it's going to continue.
I miss doing Cave Crisis. I miss doing... There's a lot of questions for the future of Laser Time, perhaps.
Yeah, like what town am I going to move to?
Where's the rent?
And which one of you will be a host?
I mean, Retronauts does it in separate. They do it bi-coastally. They have Retronauts Easttown. No, really just 2 shows. Well, 1.5. No piece of media can have double O in its name. That's crazy, says Easy Peasy.
I mean, not as like that logo. Yeah, but I mean that's the way it is.
JJB Sterling trying to sneak in some Cape Crisis questions for me. I gotta tell you, I haven't read too much of this week's, but I'm never gonna buy Secret Empire, so I just read the spoilers for it, and it's pretty wacky. Though, if you're looking forward to more comic book content from your old pal Henry, well, we are working on something pretty great today that I think you'll all really enjoy.
That's right, Darkwing Duck.
Oh my God, Worth Tendo is asking me about Shibata in pro wrestling. What Shibata did was very stupid, and Shibata is one of the greatest.
I love the bread.
Katsuyori Shibata is one of the greatest wrestlers in New Japan history. But he had a move that was so dumb of just like that it was a really cool move of I'm going to really headbutt this guy and it will sound horrible and then blood will come from my head. But the problem was he just did a headbutt. Like there was no fakeness to it.
Yeah.
And so guess what? You get horrible brain damage from doing that and you are never allowed to wrestle again. It was not worth it. I am very sad we may have seen our final Shibata match.
Because he's still fairly young, right?
37.
Yeah, I mean, he at least had like 5 to 7 years of good wrestling.
Totally.
Yeah.
He had the greatest match of his career probably when he did it, but it's still just like, what a waste. You should rewind from that, Chris. You shouldn't keep that damage. How far back can you rewind in this game?
I have never tested it, but I've never had the guts to see how far back I can go.
Let's see. LT Humphrey says, "Put me on the payroll. I'll host Laser 30-20-10."
Fine, cool.
Hank reading questions in the Dave Chappelle white guy voice, says New Life Salad.
Oh,
frankly, man, yeah, he's 37. 37. Get it? It's a cartoon.
37?
Come on.
Phil Osiphy asks, Brett, where are you going? Did he mention a new job or project?
Yeah, I was in bonus time this week. I'll be starting back at Capcom pretty soon, so...
That was the ticket.
But yeah, a more
this
like...
This fine line you're on in this very...
Yeah, it's a weird stream. But no, it doesn't matter. I mean, Chris, your video posted today, actually.
The first and hopefully not last retrospective of the games in the Disney afternoon.
Yeah.
But with a lot of dope footage. Oh, yeah. This is a one-shot character, I believe. Wolf Duck.
Yeah, I think it was a one-off episode. He did not go in more than one.
Duck Wolf.
Do the viewers on the stream remember the episode that was Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks.
Also, CDG Comedy, you are onto something with that guess. I'm not going to say it live in the chat here, but yes.
No more hits, Christopher.
Philosophy, is that it? I can't look.
Yeah.
Okay, I said your name wrong. I'm sorry.
Hello, Sophie.
LT Humphrey asked Brett to get him a ducking job at Capcom.
It was hard enough to get me one.
CDG Comedy says, finally my Tim Turi cross Brett fanfic will make sense.
It's happened fewer times than ever in my life since Tim's been here.
Ninja says your video is very good, Chris.
Thank you.
Everybody watch it and spread the word.
Yeah, check it out.
It's on the official Capcom Twitter.
100% approved.
Yeah.
Send it. Oh, I love Liquidator. So I went back in researching all this stuff and watch all the villains' origin stories. Liquidators is the coolest. It has some of the way better than television animation deserves to make some of those Liquidator effects.
Yeah, they really went all out in that one. The only thing annoying me, the only thing I think of with the Liquidator is how he's beaten in the Furious 5 episode.
Oh god, I love that episode so much.
It's real good. I watched
but
that
he gets
too.
wished into being pudding. But when she says pudding, it's like, no, he's Jello. Like I think Disney just told him like, well, you can't say pudding you can't say Jello in a Disney cartoon. It's a commercial for Jello then. So
is she supposed to be like Scarlet Witch, or is she like a Doctor Strange?
I think she's kind of in between those. Well, she's also she is like Scarlet Witch in that she starts as a villain,
right,
and then becomes a good guy.
God, I love that whole arc of like all the villains team up, so then all the heroes have. God,
But Darkwing says like, no, I don't need you. I'm Darkwing.
Yeah, and then but you get Gizmo Duck coming in from DuckTales again, another DuckTales thing where you're like, no, these aren't the same universe. But here's Launchpad and Gizmo Duck.
If you can't see what I'm doing, I can. It's weird. The big old options thing on the PS4. And switch weapons. I'm collecting gas, but I need to get an arrow weapon because that works like one of Mega Man's items and allows me to create platforms where there are no platforms.
Aimbot Master is complimenting our frame rate, saying it's holding up. It's been holding up.
Yeah,
has that been an issue of late?
Incredibly, it's the worst.
These crows.
Well, hey, if you miss me on podcast, or if you miss me on streams, by the way, I do occasionally do streams for fandom.com. You should follow their
You do
Twitch.
like twice a week.
I wasn't on yesterday's because I was off playing a game that is under embargo.
What to start with?
Pretty cool. Boy, the letter S.
I don't want to take this hit.
There you go.
That's
you guys
a much
ever
better
watched
weapon.
the Darkwing Duck Tailspin crossover? Says Cody Stovall. There was
I don't
one
believe
of
that
those.
exists.
I don't think. I don't recall that.
I could be wrong. I don't know of that.
John White Wahizzle, that's right. It's been a while since I read these. He says Bill O'Reilly leaves Fox News, Brett leaves
There's
Laser
an
Time. Coincidence?
I'm leaving for the same reasons.
Oh god. Oh! Who saw that coming?
Rat Fandom asks, hey Hank, is Persona 5 the best Shin Megami Tensei? It is the best modern RPG I've ever played. I love it. But if you want a thing that is what you define what I define Shin Megami Tensei as, I would play SMT4. That's more what Shin Megami Tensei
I love this
is.
part. Oh, balls.
Ooh, we're getting some slowdown here, but that's just all the 8 bits. Yeah.
Now watch me save myself.
Wow, all right.
Got all these abilities.
I do like this platforming puzzles. This is Darkwing.
Brandolph says Hank's been playing Sexy High Schoolers 5, the RPG. That's right. All those sexy high schoolers have been having sexy fun. I really enjoy it quite a lot. The Sexy High Schoolers. Whew. Also, it's that Persona 5.
I'm cheating a lot here.
Well, this is how to have it fun. They only made it super hard back then, so you wouldn't have to rent it. Or
yeah.
You wouldn't beat it in 30 minutes.
Oh boy, I gotta make this jump. But neat. I don't know of a lot of other games. It's a good game where you got a nice hang. Batman.
Man.
And that's I was having a conversation. I would call this, and I think I'll give it to Batman from Sunsoft. This might be the second best superhero game that exists in the NES. Period.
Wow.
But for real,
like, good old Liquidator.
It's kind of easy to do that if you go back through the awful history.
As we've talked about, these Spider-Man games that are on the NES, not so great. The Superman game, oh boy, you can watch that stream. Go back through there on LaserTime Network.
That was one of the first streams I remember doing here on the full time, where we're hitting the furniture of how ridiculous the situations with Superman
That
get.
was insane.
Him getting on the train,
riding the bus,
and he's smaller than everybody else,
and he can't fly, and he climbs ladders.
Does climb ladders.
And we made a little video in honor of it, and nobody saw it. But it's okay. You give a fuck.
Sorry, John Wildgauze? You're not. He's not John Wizzle. I messed that up. Brett, okay, so that one idiot in Nebraska says, Brett, your job search seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. How do you explain your success?
Nepotism.
My job search.
I
don't know what the answer to that question is. How do I explain my success? Well, as to go back and work on some stuff I was doing when I left, but slightly different, in a different position.
Yes. And using laser time as leverage to become.
Yeah. What I was doing here
myself to making fun of
that Flintstone stream was too good. You got to get back over here, buddy. We can't have you doing that.
Was really good though.
Tofu Fighter says they wish this was the Turbo Graphics game, but no, this is part of...
It's real ugly. We wanted to do it. It just it seemed odd to do a shit show and a good version. I don't know. Now it sounds like a really good idea. I apologize.
I've never seen it.
Terrible week.
I never saw it either.
I mean, the sprites are so pretty, and everything in the Turbo 16 is terrible.
This was announced not to sound like I'm bigging up guys who... the company that employs you guys, but just that this was revealed so well.
Nobody
just like, you know what? It's out in a month. It's we are putting out all the Disney games in one thing. Just get them. Like, I love that.
Yeah. Especially for something like this. It's like,
this is the weapon you
I don't want to know more than 60 days ahead of time that this is happening.
Yeah. But what I wanted to stream at some point, maybe we'll try and do it next week, is Rescue Rangers is such a fun retro two-player experience.
Yeah, it's really fun.
In case you guys
can't get over it.
We're still getting, I think, some new people joining us. Yes, Brett is
peacing out.
Peacing out
of
Laser
bloody
Time
spikes.
full-time.
Whoa, holy cow.
Past Uncle
wow.
Some blood,
Wow, man. 92, they just stopped looking at NES games. Yeah, whatever you want. Put a giant cross in there, too, while you're at it.
Love this music. This music is the most Mega Man.
Yeah.
And for a stage, for a character, I bet you don't remember that is in. Try and guess the boss of this stage.
Well, it wouldn't be Megavolt if you're saying I wouldn't remember them.
It's like it doesn't fall into the Shadow Batman James Bond conspiracy.
Oh, is it? Well, okay, then it wouldn't be that ice lady who was in one episode.
No, this is. I think whatever Doc Capcom got, he started out as one of the main villains, but then so did Taurus Bulba.
Oh, is this Moliarty or whatever?
Sebulba's great. I love Sebulba.
Sebulba?
Wait,
the
Taurus
pod
Bulba.
Racer?
Sorry, I always get those. I missed those.
You get them confused? They're owned by the same person now. Great.
Tofu Fighters with Brett gone. Who will lose to Chris during Racer Time? First of all, I won 49% of those things.
Obviously, Dave.
Second of all, Dave will be the one losing.
You seen his performance?
Yeah, boy, I really wish. I'm telling you, if again, I put this on you, the viewer. If you can come up with a Money in the Bank scenario for me, I will find a way to run in and save Dave's run at the last moment. I don't know how.
Keyword money.
Money's not going to solve it. Dude, that ship sailed. But some silly scenario where I can run in, I don't know how we'd pull it off, but we could record it and stage it. I don't know.
JJB Sterling insists that isn't blood on the spikes, it's rust.
Rust on spikes? What are you putting on those spikes?
Oh yeah, John W is telling me I found this gift today. It is Zack Snyder on the set of Man of Steel, excitedly showing like, and here's how you break his neck. Blitz, see? And he like puts his arm like see? I was like, this gift makes me so angry.
Wow,
like,
I gotta see this.
Here, I'll just pull it up here. Everybody can watch Brett watch it live.
Rat Fandom saying X-Men Spider-Man Arcade's Revenge has the best comic book game soundtrack. I think that's a Tim and/or Jeff Fallen.
Yeah, and still Batman
joint. The music is great. It's very
watch this. I collected the right weapon. Boom! Mega Man style.
Wow. God, this looks like a scene from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nah.
Like
a douchebag makes a movie.
Look, what's the guy, the actor, the main actor who
Henry Cavill.
no, from
Michael Shannon?
Always Sunny.
Oh, like Charlie Day.
Like this looks like a scene out of the show where he would like have a cigarette in his hand, just trying to explain to Superman.
Oh my God!
And this is how you stab his neck.
Wow. That's great.
Let's see here. CDG Comedy missed this. They missed me on it. Well, hey, this is a double treat for you guys. This
Moriarty.
Oh, Moriarty! I do remember his episode ever so lightly. The first episode of Darkwing Duck I saw was the one where he fights the cold lady.
So I thought this was a clever boss battle. Let's see where I start there, so I don't have to rewind. You take down his machines and he goes to fix them, which leaves him open to shots. So now all of his crap is used.
So then he has to come up and fix the machines that you've been shooting.
Yes. Oh God. Oh God.
Ooh, man. Oh, that's good burn animation. I like that.
I mean, I love his hit animation. I think that rules because it's just like, I don't know. Darkwing has the perfect combination of comedy and action. I mean, he hit me with the hammer.
Mookie, we talked about 30-20-10 a little earlier. Just gonna figure it out.
Business as usual.
It's not stopping immediately. That's for darn sure.
It's not stopping at all.
Yeah,
okay.
And there's already like 2 in the can, and then I'll be on the next few anyway. So 30-20-10, you won't even really notice a difference for a while. It'll be a bit. And we've also got some laser times that we've got cooked.
Come on,
and we've got some video content that we've got backlogged as well. That will roll out over many weeks. So it'll be a while before I'm fully purged from a weekly interference of your mind.
When you still couldn't get rid of me, I did have to stop Cape Crisis, but yeah. Whoa, hey, you did pretty good, Chris. Oh, I shouldn't have. Looks like poop is flying, the fire flying at you.
It's not poop. Crap. Moriarty, yes. But like, yeah, when Darkwing Duck, the show starts out, it's like, it's really James Bond with like evil organizations and Steelbeak being the main character or the main boss in this game. It feels very weird still. It shouldn't be.
Randolph says they'll live on the street and work for free pizza.
Nah.
I just came in. Thanks for the answer, guys. Gonna miss you, Brett, as much as I've missed Hank. Aw. Excited to see what you'll be doing at Capcom, says Mookie 1515.
We'll see.
Something rival, no doubt.
Something rival, no doubt. It'll be a little bit more behind the scenes than what I was doing before, but probably still pop up. And I'm sure I will be at shows like PAX and Comic-Con and stuff, which, since we came to Laser Time full time, none of us have been to. So
yeah, I started going back to cons after leaving Laser Timer.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see some of you around.
Frankly, man has a good suggestion here. When the Spawn film comes up in 30-20-10, that you should stream the Dreamcast Spawn game.
I heard it was all right.
Yeah, that's Frankly Man saying it's secretly really good. I only know of the Spawn PlayStation game, which is not. It is unsecretly very bad.
Oh.
A freaking Duck Genie? Whoa!
I said I wasn't gonna get crazy here.
Yeah, Spawn. I think is September 1st or something like that this year.
Oh no!
97.
I had enough room. What am I supposed to do here?
Waterworld Virtual Boy. Like, I think that's. How is that not 95?
Heavy gas.
Because Virtual Boy was way ass discontinued by 97.
Nobody was making Virtual Boy games in 95.
That's when I got one. Was 97 when it was like mass liquidation.
No, I can't be killed by this cute-ass squirrel.
Look at his feet. He's got. Look at his.
He used to have the power to respawn.
Spawning.
Wait till you see him hit. Look at these moves.
No! Oh, that was lucky.
New Lie Salad says Henry's basically the Terry Funk of Laser Time. He's never retired. I got
taking chair shots to the very end.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do there, man. I'm scared.
Do you have a? Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking you could slide under stuff because it's so Mega Man.
Oh no!
Frankly, Man says the Dreamcast Spawn is basically a Power Stone with more violence.
Sounds about right.
That sounds fun. I like Power Stone. That squirrel is on fire, says Full Amish.
Didn't know that.
Full Amish, not full of mish.
Pasta Bird. Is it the shoes?
What are those? Huh? I'm hip. I'm cool. Kids say, what are those? And they say, damn, Daniel, right?
Yes.
I know what kids do. I'd have done okay on that how relevant are you question there. The one thing that I think has made me more relevant these days is that in my office, they only play music after 2000 over the loudspeakers. And so I'm just like, boy, this...
It's the genie from DuckTales, Search of the Lost Lamp.
Is it?
Step away! Step away!
Whose voice of that?
Rip Torn, everyone's favorite game.
Rip Torn?
The biggest
Rip Taylor.
Rip Taylor.
I was gonna say that's not Rip Torn. Rip Torn.
Sorry.
Not the one from Freddy Got Fingered.
Friendly Man says, is anything in the world not a duck? Yeah, when they're a dog. When it's a dog, it's not a duck.
Yes.
Or a mouse, which
I got a flow chart,
which never happens.
It's pretty rare to see any mice in these worlds. You're either dogs or ducks.
Gadget's the only mouse. Gadget and Monterey Jack.
God, I just want to change my weapon. There it is.
Well, but are there human-sized mice, or are there human-sized rodents in any of the other shows? I can't think of it.
I
love that Darkwing dog. Yeah.
Steelbeak is a rooster.
Yes.
Oh.
Easy peasy. I don't know one chain smoker song. Can you hum a few bars?
I think isn't Steelbeak the same character from Rockadoodle?
No.
I love Rockadoodle.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but it looks it looks bad and for kids.
When I think of
for
Rockadoodle,
kids who can't watch something better.
When I think of Rockadoodle, whoa, wow. When I think of Rockadoodle, I think of being sure that you need to do something for the sun to rise, and then realizing like, oh, the sun will just rise.
That's a good lesson.
I think about that as regards to workaholism.
Oh, for sure. No, that's good. I take back everything I've ever said about Rockadoodle. Beginning in 1996, with the following: Rockadoodle is dumb. I take it back.
Schnetz
really burning a lot of
says
bridges
that
here,
the
Elson.
walrus is a walrus. So there's a walrus in that world.
Yes.
There are non-duck, non-dog
And
people.
football in the groin had a football in the groin.
Dan Castellaneta guest starring in this stage.
I could not, because I did not know that was the voice of Homer. Like,
Really?
screaming his lungs out.
Is it really?
Well,
Wow.
it's like half crusty,
Yeah.
and then half one guy who knows screw it.
And I gotta say, because
Leopold.
I love how put out he looks in this sprite. By the way.
trying to make a bunch of videos around this, the Megavolt's introduction is so beautifully animated, but like I still can't believe how old we are and how many things I don't think Disney wants us to see are still in Darkwing Duck. A lot of guns, whole lot of guns.
Tofu Fighter, Brett. Brett's just leaving full time. He's still gonna be around. Don't be sad.
Yeah, because it's important to remember, like, we did Laser Time for like 5 years before.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will come over on the weekend.
Was
Hey,
doing
ask,
it.
I'll come.
Was doing it right up until we weren't.
Hey, I come here close to once a week, or once every 2 weeks to record Talking Simpsons, and then there's VGA. I'm still a very active part of the Laser family.
This is a request I need to fulfill, though. Brindolph asking, before Brett leaves, he must do the crow's voice for Sonic. He's a rooster.
All right, I'll set you up for it.
Yeah.
Duh, what happened to Sonic?
Sonic! I think it went down!
Duh, I guess.
There's something wrong with my legs!
I wish that character was dead. I wish that character was dead.
God damn it! What kind of a voice actor is like, can you voice? Yeah, I'll be there Monday. All right. All right, here's your first take. Just say, Dr. Robin. Dr. Robin! Like, who said yes? Continue doing this voice. I love that voice so much.
It's like if Starscream wasn't annoying enough for you. Like, no, I got maybe worse Starscream.
I hope all of you had. I hope all of you had headphones on. By the way,
blowing out my speakers one last time, says Mookie.
If I did, it's basically like Brett 2D2, but trying to convey information as well as a noise.
Getter404 says, any chance you can just go and pull a misery on Grim? Just keep him in a bedroom, a studio, until if you need him?
And you can ask him, see what he's up to.
Take it back, Hank.
Ask him on Twitter. Do you read a Repulsa? Have you been doing Read a Repulsa?
Ah!
Yeah. I'm still every time I see the opening, I just yell.
Ah! Yeah, how can you not? It's such a Pavlovian thing. Like that girl, that actress's arms spread out wide.
Actually, this might be the most Mega Man-y stage in that it looks very much like Mr. Woodman.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a Woodman ass stage.
It's got a little Napalm Man to it, or Stone Man maybe.
You are kidding me, easy peasy. He says apparently some packet of McDonald's Szechuan sauce just sold for $15K on eBay.
Oh my god.
No way. No way. Somebody else will just fake it. I'm sure somebody has made something
I love
that
NES
is
waterfalls.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, so pretty. So pretty.
Freshen your drink, governor!
Again, yeah.
If you want Brett to say words, time to get in there.
I get it all in there.
Boy, that Szechuan sauce makes an NES Classic price seem like reasonable. What do you guys think of that rumor of an SNES Classic? Are you more jazzed at that prospect?
Yeah, I think unless something in the manufacturing changes. I mean, I had thankfully had a friend like working and like had one like off the truck and like, hey, yeah, there's some now if you can get here, and it's like, okay, I'll be there eventually. But like without something like that, I don't think I'll ever find one. Because I did try to go wait in line. I showed up at Best Buy right like an hour before they opened.
So last time ever. Oh, I love.
Oh, that's so cute.
That cool.
Just to try. Like sure, I'll try standing in line. And as soon as I show up at 9, like we have exactly 7. There's 7 people in line. Don't come.
Wow.
Oh, good. So there I am at like Sunday morning at 8 a.m. or whatever it is at a Best Buy. Like, well, I guess I'll just walk around the city with the sad Hulk music.
Rat fandom.
Bushroot.
This character is so John Candy.
Yeah, it really is. Because he doesn't even seem like he wants to be a villain, right? It just
he doesn't want to be a villain. He just loves plants.
He has a real Chicago accent too.
He just wants to.
He
sounds
trees. Sad all the time.
Yeah, he does sound sad.
Yep.
But now you must put him down.
Zeldem says Shaq Fu better be on the SNES Mini.
That would be such a cool kid if they could actually do that.
Mookie says I'd like Brett to yell more about white people food. What? I don't know all these inside jokes.
It was just like you guys are complaining about clam chowder. Like that clam chowder tears you up, and I'm like, that is the most East Coast.
It's a bowl full of dairy and seafood. The joke wasn't that great, and the result was pretty fun.
But
it doesn't demand like this level of
American and European ancestry is cheese and dairy that our bodies don't need.
And seafood.
Yeah, and that's what we would eat.
Two things without refrigeration we wouldn't be able to stomach.
Everything about your genetic makeup. Yes, I don't know about you Italians. Maybe it doesn't have enough pasta in it.
Whoa. Sorry, I forgot to be insulted by that for a second.
Smokin' Wee says, "Why don't you play full screen? Because we're purists who play in the real aspect ratio."
I'm only willing. I'm willing to show you.
Good God, no.
What?
When it goes to 16 by 9.
I'm not a fan of that, but you can do it anytime you want.
Oh, good lord! What is original?
Oh, original is like
smaller.
The the actual resolution. So I choose to do full. If you're really feeling randy, you can throw in some TV and monitor flare there. I choose not to, just because, if anything, this game looks more beautiful than it ever could for me. Why not have it displayed optimally?
Yeah, I love how these sprites scale perfectly. It looks great.
I love the Thunderquack, though. I love it. I've been looking at it on eBay for years. It's always $300. I want that. God, some of the coolest action figures. Someone brought up they saw Tailspin action figures once. What are we talking about?
Brendall says my favorite Nintendo game is looking for a console I can't buy.
Nah.
Let's see here. Schnazzy one says I'm going to miss Brett's genuine anger at SMB3 level design.
It's pretty fun. There was a greatest hits of all of our deaths in Mario 3.
Yes, we're gonna put that up this week.
It's really fun.
Professor Gascan90 says, thank God it doesn't have the smeary filter of the HD remake of Full Throttle, which I've not seen. I don't know. Yeah, Chris, you've barely been using your shield the entire time. Because you haven't really needed it.
I don't know of any games that were doing that in side-scroller, so I just keep forgetting the block.
The shield, I'm not used to that either. Well,
look at that cool duck animation as well.
Well, as you pointed out in a video, like, probably close to a decade ago, that Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers was the original Gears of War with its cover mechanic.
The original cover system, I called it, and will hopefully. If,
it's the original outcome.
The gods deem we're allowed to do that.
Rat Fandom wonders, Brett, do you have a list of every Godzilla movie ranked from best to worst?
No, not one I've written.
Number 1, 2014.
Okay, well, Brett, what is the worst and what is the best?
The worst is Godzilla's Revenge, probably, where it's about...
I mean, that's a clip show, right?
It's sort of...
but it's also about Japanese children.
Yeah,
right?
well, it's like it's like like a kid befriends the son of Godzilla, Minya or Manila or whatever, and then they have a school bully analog where there's a bully monster that bothers Minya. And I've only seen it once, but as a kid, I'm like, this is dumb. And I don't know that it's actually that bad, but like, I didn't like it. And yeah, I think it just like replays some old stuff. I don't.
Yeah, it has, as I recall, it has some clips, and I was like, man, I barely like the kid that teams up with Jet Jaguar. I really don't like it.
Jet
Jaguar.
Yeah, I love Shin Godzilla for what it's worth. I thought that was so cool and so much fun, and it's the most surprised I've been by a Godzilla movie since I was 10 years old. So like, it made me excited to be sitting in a theater watching a Godzilla movie that was not formulaic in any sense. Unpredictable, that movie. So much fun.
Brad, I really like that article
you come back and watch it?
Oh yeah, I love it.
I really like that article you shared of how it reflects the different ways Japan treats militarism in its future. Or, yeah.
Well, like there's so many. The movie's really
a political thing.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like just a ton of red tape about how Japan can and cannot defend itself regardless of what happens on its soil, and like. You know, the original Godzilla was wrapped up in issues of the time and the catharsis. Oh my God, it's a robot!
God, jump!
And he's suddenly impervious, and he's out of here. But yeah, it has a lot of I don't know. It's difficult discussions to have because there's a lot of implications there. But they are questions that if you are a Japanese citizen, I can see why those are relevant topics to have.
Yeah.
Defending your own country.
It's different to view it from our side of things.
Everything is made for me, in my eyes, in my perspective.
Yeah, well, it's also the interesting take I had on it is it's just like, well, the fewer armies in the world, the better. But it's also it is beyond hypocritical for me as an American to say, like, hey, you guys shouldn't have an army and be
you voted for Trump.
Attack people.
You talk, Henry.
I just mean beyond whoever is president now. America as a country has a lot of weapons and it does
do this.
Stuff.
I got a special weapon.
Let's see here. Yeah, John Hummel, I really enjoyed Your Name or Kimi no Na wa.
It was good.
As which honestly is a better Your Name. I mean, they localized it the best they can, but it really is it's a tough one for SEO search.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the closest. I mean, Brett, you've been learning Japanese more than me, but. Is that the closest? Is that what you would make Kimi no Na wa mean?
So I didn't understand it because like the kanji for name, it's half of it. It's not namae. It's just like the na in namae. So I didn't get why Your Name didn't have the full kanji. So like I mean, I do not know Japanese by any stretch.
Have you seen it yet, Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
As somebody who's learned 6 months of Japanese, I did get a couple extra laughs at seeing a subtitle of
the Watashi Boku.
Yeah, Watashi.
That's great.
Yeah.
And each time like lean in further. You're like, what? But yeah, that was my takeaway from that.
The hitbox. I know exactly what it is.
Nice. You know that guy. You know that guy's pissed off. He's yelling into the code.
Now a lot of people will tell you you're going to need the lightning for the last boss. I say no. I say you can get through it with regular weapons because this is really hard if you don't know what to do.
Oh, Radwimps is the theme song. Yeah, I kept seeing it come up. Radwimps. That was the weirdest thing is I hadn't seen
Oh wow! I didn't know he
brand
did
new.
Like an anime movie.
I
got a lot of gas energy myself, but
so that's Steelbeak. I can only hit him.
Cluck their tongues.
I'm running out of gas energy. What do I do?
So yeah, Chris, this is what you were talking about. That he is the villain. Yeah. He's the final villain of this because they thought he would be the most important.
Yeah, I think on paper he was supposed to be the big bad, but I don't know. I could watch Bushroot episodes and Megavolt episodes all day long.
Yeah, and then in Negaduck became like the
this
clear
is where
villain.
You want to be. This is your pro tip. You're welcome. Oh balls.
Aimbot Master, interesting question. So Tyler has the kitchen. Hank has the water closet. What will Brett get?
I don't know.
I have to live in it or break it.
Wasn't it the Henry Gilbert Memorial Water Closet?
Memorial fridge where you put day old pizza? That's what Brett does. Prove me wrong.
Frankly, man asks if that's Alfred Chicken as the boss there.
Oh, I'm really cool and sitting down and...
I've got a new costume now. I've got a beak. It's made of metal. Chomp chomp. I'll buy whatever you put in front of me.
Well, he's shorter than I had his toy.
And again, we were talking on a DuckTales stream, I believe, about how like it went from like He-Man, like that was a show just to sell toys. There were no DuckTales toys.
No.
And there were no. Someone said they had Tailspin toys where they are, but they've never seen them again.
Yeah, I remember the Don Carnage toy.
And but Darkwing Duck had a huge line of toys. I think it like staved off puberty for another year for me because how cool they were.
Man, that's what Jurassic Park did to me, which is almost the same time frame.
People suggest a Brett watering can, a Brett microphone, a Brett Memorial Wii U. I mean, bingo! Trophy earned, baby.
Darkly dawns the duck. Well, I'm still fine.
I'm dead.
Here I am talking from my iMac.
Tim Curry is the voice of Taurus Bulba, by the way, in the first episode. What's it called? Darkly Dawns the Duck. And,
it's a two-parter.
It is. And the comic, the great comic. I love this. Check out this ending. again, I complimented the sprite over and over again. Darkwing Duck, more so than any show in the Disney afternoon, is a great combination of comedy and action. And look at this. I love its color palette. I love its character design.
And this is such a Mega Man 3 song ending. Wow.
And hopefully here it comes. But this is your ending, your beautiful Darkwing Duck ending. Boom! That's great. That's like, it perfectly nails the tone of the show.
That is awesome.
So great.
It makes me real happy.
And that's an original sprite they don't use anywhere else.
Yep.
Like,
Dude, when the theme song kicks in, there's no credits. There's no who made this.
It's just him crashing his bike and silhouetting himself in front of the moon. But just real fast, I don't want to show off too much of this, but one of the coolest things about this, in addition to Time Attack, Boss Rush, is you got some really... I'm going to take you into one place in the gallery. What would you like to see? Pick odds and ends?
Let's see odds and ends.
This has one thing, and yes, I worked at Capcom. Dug very deep into the Disney archives. Found a lot of this stuff. I have never seen that in my life.
Wow.
That is a Famicom box art designed almost exactly like Ghosts and Goblins, that box art. I have never in my
that's
life
like Mega
seen
Man 1 style
it
art
is.
too, yeah.
It's because it's supposed to be in that rectangular box art. But if you were sold games, you would have seen this. And if you read Marvel Comics,
Game Pro is where I saw these a lot.
Yeah, man.
I saw all those ads.
Understated ads for games that, I don't know, were almost like way better. Like, blow something up in my face. These games are awesome.
You can only make the screen box that big.
There's a ton of this shit. There's a ton of this in here, and this commercial is really rad. By the way, I think someone says this is really rad in the commercial as they're playing DuckTales, but beautiful. But that's all.
Does it have any photos? Those black and white photos from the when Chippendale was in Toontown? Remember when somebody...
the Capcade?
Yeah, the Capcom Arcade or whatever.
I don't know. We have an article on Capcom Unity somewhere attributed to both of us. We discussed it. But original artwork.
Tangled Web We Weave.
I don't want to show you all this because to me, like, this is
no logo.
No logo.
Logo free. The box art. It's beautiful.
Wow, that's great.
All that stuff. It's really good, and I think it makes it totally worthwhile. These games shouldn't be back and playable officially, and they are. So thanks to Disney and Capcom. And look forward to hopefully more videos from our Disney Afternoon Collection retrospective. We have Tailspin up right now. I strongly encourage you to check it out. It's 3 minutes talking about how Baloo, in his 60-year journey from the from animated film to Ride in the Skies at Cape Suzette. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, everybody. I did a full-fledged goodbye on bonus time, but yeah, again, thanks for... It was literally a year and a half of being able to do goofy garbage every day, and it's been a lot of fun. And you will still see us on 30. You'll still hear me on 30/2010 for a few weeks to come. And yeah, Laser Time, some YouTube content still, and probably Monday Night Movies occasionally. I'll probably pop by for those. We're not that far away, so much like Henry left, but not really.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will be in a similar boat. But I appreciate everybody showing up. Like literally every stream, it's like the same people, and I mean that in the best way. We're like we can have jokes that carry over from the previous stream, and also the newest thing we do for patrons, the monthly Quiplash streams. Those have been a ton of fun. So if you've been thinking about patronage, do consider it, because those Patreon Quiplash things are like super duper silly and a ton of fun. But thank you guys.
Glad to get to join you too here.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
I really should have had the moon music over this.
This is a great one.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Enjoy the moon. Peace.